video?
Testing 1, 2.
Good to go.
I'm pretty sure the audio is recording.
Oh,
Pretty sure the video is recording. And I'm pretty sure it's
Unscripted.
And we are now on video.
yay. Hooray.
Welcome to our boxing podcast. Oh, wait.
What?
Yep. There's a... Hey, you know, we can start incorporating another fight. Like, tomorrow's there's going to be a big UFC fight. So, like, tonight we got the Jake Paul-Tyson fight.
Right, Jones. Isn't Jones
And tomorrow, John Jones and Stipe. I'm really looking forward to that fight.
Who's Mike Tyson again?
Yeah,
that's
I don't
terrible.
I've heard of him. But... Oh, yeah, he was on Raw for a little bit. Right?
That's right.
He almost got in a fight.
He helped ref the match with Stone Cold and Shawn Michaels. I remember that. Yeah,
It was a fight like 'cause he was so
so
starstruck
important.
by Stone Cold, like someone like with Tyson's mentality. You know, like even if he's in like a scripted fight situation, like you just feel like he would snap. But like with Stone Cold, you could tell he was just in it. Like he was smiling. He pushed and he's like, "It's Stone Cold Steve Austin. Oh, he might beat my ass." Like, I don't know. But like, dude, like just
he had a bit of a smirk.
He was like
did good
starstruck though. Yeah, he's just he's a fan. He's a huge fan. I love it.
Oh,
I love that he's a huge fan like that.
All celebrities are like that. Like a lot of them.
Yeah,
like I remember when Hogan was big too. It was like all these celebrities would go and take pictures with him or whatever, and their face was like, like I'm standing with Hulk Hogan.
But you would think like Tyson, like it might just come out of him anyway. You know, that animal instinct.
Yeah.
But like not even then. Like with Stone Cold, he's just smiling and. I mean, you still never knew, right? Like he could have been unpredictable in that situation. Maybe it would have gotten into him. Like that would have sucked so bad. Imagine he just knocked Stone Cold out. Like it's done. Like Stone Cold never blows up after that.
Oh,
You imagine if that would
honestly though. Stone Cold? But nowadays that would have worked in the new storylines. That would have worked perfectly. You
for
could
sure.
knock out the champion. You could spin it 6 ways to Sunday on it. It would be amazing. But yeah, he was. You can't mess up with your golden goose at that point.
It would have been like the whole Butterbean Bart Gunn situation where they're like, he was looking like a monster, and then that happened, and dead in the water. That's why I say like that would have been bad. Like if Tyson just snapped and like legitimately knocked out Stone Cold. Like
we talked about that just in our archives and how much of a bad situation that was putting Bart in that situation with Butterbean. Damn near
trained professional boxer. Like.
Why would you do that?
Bart was just a locker room tough guy. I'm not saying he wouldn't be tough. Like he'd probably beat up most average people. But
because he did. I mean,
Butterbean is an actual qualified super heavyweight boxer. Like
it's a completely different. Yeah, it's a completely different category of person, of fighter, and like you can just watch when someone comes in and just the way they present, and they're just waiting for you to do something stupid, and they respond and react. It's a whole different animal. Like you see, they were talking about 90% of people when they fight and someone swings, they rush back. They rush back. Skilled fighters don't do that. They come into it and they slip it, and then you're dead. You're gone. Like one shot. They don't back off. That's not how you fight. Like if you fight professionally, you don't continuously jump back. You're just wasting energy, and it's a whole different mentality. Yeah, it's in hindsight. Well, it's not even hindsight. We all know who put him in there. We all know. We
should say that we are actually, it is Friday evening and we are all watching to the side the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul presentation on Netflix Live. So, what do you guys think of it? Like when you open it in Netflix's presentation of live sports, they're getting Raw in January. So this is kind of relevant. This is kind of a test to see whether you can handle the traffic of live television, which is a whole different beast than just streaming, right? So it's like, but Netflix has seemed to has not stuttered on me. Jess, you said it kind of pixelated on you a little bit.
No,
but
it's frozen. It's frozen twice on me.
Really?
I
haven't had issues yet.
I haven't had an issue. What I will say is at least the presentation of it is well done. When they were coming down to the ring and everything was lit the way it was, I know boxing already kind of does this as a spectacle, but it looks lit different. It felt more like wrestling to me, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Because boxing is usually, even though they got the lights where they need them for the fight and everything else, but everything else is so poorly lit as they come down. Maybe it's been different over the past.
One hidden gem that might be hidden in this is maybe that means if they let the pay-per-views for boxing go where all you have to have is a subscription, maybe that'll be the future in WWE, and we won't have to worry about having to have Netflix and then also pay for a WWE pay-per-view. So
all they need, because to your point, all they need to your point is to see the revenue flow to make sense.
Yeah.
And see how many people watch this fight. And even if because boxing, except for heavyweights and even now with heavyweights, Jess, you know about more of this than any of us, I think, but it's taken a bad turn, for popularity over the last decade.
It's why UFC has gained. I mean, Dana White is smart. He's always been smart with his company. Like, he's just like, there's one governing body, and we don't fuck around. And it's just like Vince. It's what Vince did, boxing never did that, right? There was one big world title, and after Ali lost it, it splintered. It was like WBC, IBF, and then there was a third one, I think WBA. And then there was 3 for a long time, and then we got used to that, with the Tyson era. And then now there's 5 or 6, and it's I don't care anymore about boxing. It's so splintered, and all these different governing bodies are greedy, and they don't want to share, and there's no set top 10. It's there's just anybody can be number one contender if they want them to be, and it's just kind of it lost its luster. Boxing used to be so good in the 80s when I was growing up and stuff.
5
Even
different
early
belts
90s.
for every weight class. That's a lot to
Yeah,
follow.
but it all meant something, and now it's just nothing. It's no, I don't care anymore. It's whoever's the biggest marquee. If Mayweather fights, I mean, I know he's gone now pretty much, but when Mayweather fought, it was there was times he didn't have any belts because the governing bodies took them off him so they could crown new champions, and then maybe they could challenge Mayweather. So he was the linear world champion or whatever, which is stupid. It's all and I don't even like it in UFC, the interim belts. They used to do that in boxing too. I'm God damn, it just got unorganized and hard to follow. When anything gets unorganized and hard to follow, you stop following it. It's just not worth it anymore.
Do you think the streaming platform, the way it sets, could revive boxing in a way? Because
because it just depends on the promoters. There's too many promoters, and
because this is all Jake Paul's promotion team doing this. This is all.
I mean, this is it's better than Tough Man. I don't want to disrespect some of the actual professionals,
it's a spectacle. That's what it is.
It's a I don't even know what the word, a circus. I mean, it's just 2 influencers fought, like Craig said in the opening fight. It's it's an entertaining show, and everybody's kind of blurring the lines now between reality and fun.
This is a legitimate WBC bout.
Yes, this is yes, and but this isn't healthy for boxing.
And you're also seeing the 2 toughest women on the planet fight each other for a rematch.
Yeah.
Which broke, I think they said it broke $1 million purse for the first time in women's fighting. They did that under Jake Paul's promotions. He says he's more proud of that than the fights he's put together for his spectacle for himself. I mean, there's something to what they're doing here. I think.
No, it's there. The glimmer is there. It's there for the taking. That's what I mean. Vince was so smart to tie it back, because this is we tie everything to wrestling. We're so smart. Vince did the same thing. There was too many separate indie promotions, or they weren't indie promotions, they're territories back then. Then Vince just said, "Listen, this might be bad for everybody as a whole, but it's going to be great for me and great for my company. And if I can blow one up to be huge and the best, or at least the most focused on, then I will win most of the money." And that's what happened. And and then same thing with UFC. I mean, UFC, there really wasn't a market for mixed martial arts fighting like that. It wasn't even really called. It was almost like a tough guy competition, the original UFCs. But Pride and oh God, what's the one that Shamrock was in?
A1?
Elite XD?
No, but
Strike
before
Force.
that,
Strike Force.
no, before that, before UFC even became a thing, there was yes,
Yeah.
that was really big in Japan,
I was
and
thinking
so
Frank Shamrock. Sorry.
it finally came. Well, yeah. It finally came over here, and then UFC floundered forever until Tito and Shamrock, the first fight.
Yeah.
Then it blew up, and then they got tough enough, and it just all changed. But Dana White marketed his product like Vince did, and I think that's what happened with boxing is the star was the one that held it together. Ali was the glue in the heavyweight division in his time, and then time passed or whatever, and then Tyson came out of nowhere. He was the glue, and then you had other stars around him like Evander and Lewis and all them, and Big Daddy Bo and all those fighters around him. It can't happen anymore because the governing body splintered and got so greedy. I don't think this is good for boxing at all. Because it might get a lot of views on this night, and it will. I mean, millions of people are going to watch this. But I mean, as far as boxing healthy, an organization recreating a top 10, redefining weight divisions, taking it seriously again. I don't know if we're ever going to see that again. I would love to, because boxing's amazing when it's done right. But I just don't. It's been in trouble for decades now.
It might be like how we say, how it's hard, how it's a different type of boom period in wrestling. It might just be the same thing in boxing. We're just not seeing it.
It might reform and become something different that we don't recognize, but yeah,
Like if
I
people
just
can get
don't
paid a lot
see-
for doing this stuff, if all the fighters get
until
paid
until
millions
one
to do this
promotion
stuff.
becomes the promotion, like and they have a heavyweight
Yeah.
division and they have a middleweight
That
division,
part,
a
yeah.
cruiserweight division. Like I don't know if boxing will ever be revitalized and the same again. You'll have big fights, absolutely, but like it's
Right.
Well,
now they get mixed together. Now Conor McGregor will draw with Mayweather bigger than anybody else, and it's like there's no more big boxing matches left. Like there's no more.
Well,
there's like
maybe they'll see
because
this.
there's not only splintered promotions, right, that can't agree on titles and championships and
who's the
defending
top
and ranking.
contenders? Yeah,
But then there's all these promotions in the world that have their own TV deals and streaming
Yeah.
deals and whatever
Yes.
pay-per-view deals. So it's like it's 5 levels of stuff. And
But if one of these like Paul, like Paul's promotions or one of these other big promotions from streamers and stuff, like if they're gonna pay all these fighters millions or way better than what they normally would, then maybe all the fighters will want to migrate to one promotion, and then we say, all right, now we have legit competition here, and we're also gonna get paid well. So you never know, it could spawn. It might be like 5 or 10 years from now, but.
and this is probably a play to work on Jake Paul's MVP promotion's credibility,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
If you pull this off and it comes off legit, like that's how
Yeah.
do you then like deny it?
And then all the
Like,
fighters
kind
will
of stops
flame.
all the rumors you've heard.
and then
Yeah,
that's a
I
good
don't know.
point. That's a good point. And then what if this promotion, their home is Netflix now for
Yeah,
all live.
no,
stuff,
there you
whatever.
go.
So now now you
It's
just
all in the
we're gonna
making
watch
right
Netflix
here.
tonight. So
It's all in the making.
yeah, I mean, yeah, their tools are there, like Cuz says for sure.
By the way, this is in Jerry's World, right? This is in Arlington Stadium. And
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed, but it's not.
The sun's
there's
hitting him
a
in
lot
the
of-
eyes. Is that-
Yeah, it's like maybe just tear down the whole damn stadium then.
Yeah, at the end of the main event, Tyson's like, "This, I couldn't see it. I didn't even know." And then Jerry's
Jerry
like,
goes
"We
out
knew
to
where the
say-
goddamn sun was going to be.
Yeah,
You know where the
yeah.
goddamn sun's going to be every
Well,
year."
Yeah.
What's
We know where
interesting,
the
though,
guy-
this is basically the first real
That's
fight
right,
of the
Jay.
night, and
Sorry.
there's a lot of butts. There's a lot of butts in the seats already.
yeah,
Like, are
yeah,
they going to sell at
for
that
sure.
stadium? Like, did they taper off anything up top? I don't even.
I didn't
I'm
really
sure
see
they did.
it.
I don't think they would have lit it like they sold it out if they did that. But
I mean, it looks
Right.
pretty full, dude.
I'm
Like
just-
when they showed
I'm just curious.
Yeah, it does.
it looks pretty legit. Like
it's no AEW
wow.
Dynamite taping.
Look at this
I'll
guy's
tell you
going
this:
in.
they got more than what fucking All In got this year. That's for sure.
Oh snap! That was
Did
brutal.
that hurt, Craig? Did that hurt you?
That wasn't nice.
It didn't. No, it's true.
Oh, all right.
It's the
Oh, I
truth,
mean, the
baby.
truth hurts.
You know what else hurts?
What's that?
Barrios's left eye.
Yeah,
There's a guy in the ring right now that his eye is about to fall
dude,
out.
I was actually surprised. I thought he was going to be dominating Ramos, but Ramos.
He was. Dude, this whole fight at the end, man.
This has been good. I've misjudged
Professional
this
wrestling.
fight.
Yeah, oh yeah, this fight's been
Oh, I think as soon as you said it, Craig, they started to light it up like they heard you. And they're like, oh, wait, Craig doesn't like this. And
Craig,
then,
I
all,
lucha
of
podcast.
a sudden, Barrios knocked him down.
Craig.
You know, I was like, oh, Barrios got knocked down. I was like, oh snap! It's a
Lucha
knock.
Libre
So I think
podcast.
La
Pour
Craig.
more out.
Yeah, see,
they shared a knockdown apiece, and it's pretty even. Pretty even.
they both yell for Craig, and they just start beating the shit out of each other.
Oh,
Oh fuck!
good job, guys.
He's literally beating them to death in Craig's name.
Oh yeah,
What
we
do
didn't
you-
mention it. Mauro Ronaldo is doing the lead
Ronaldo.
play-by-play.
Yeah.
Yeah,
on this,
we're
which is
making
great.
fun
I'd
of
love
that
to see
earlier.
him. So
Mamma mia!
Congrats to the Karate Kid.
I hope,
Macho,
dude, when Tyson
hitting his
knocks out Jake,
star on the
I
Hall
hope
of
you hear
Fame
that.
this
Mamma mia.
Thursday.
You just hear that when
Oh,
Tyson knocks out Jake. Mamma mia! Mamma mia!
all he says.
He just starts counting. One, two. Oh wait,
if the main
You know
event
me-
there's a big knockout in the main event, he better say "Mama Mia." Or I
Mhm.
swear to God, I want my money back. I'm canceling my.
they better have
Netflix.
that camera, the commentator camera, like NXT did.
Freaking cancel
Or
my
he's got
Netflix.
like something chambered, like if like some pun forever that you'd always remember. I don't know what it'd be.
He does drop too many puns in the fight though. In every fight, like every round, every fight.
Ooh.
I'm sure he wants to hear 50 Cent in the game because the underdog is on top right now. Like just like every fucking sentence is almost a pun now, like or a fucking.
Last man to plot it out. Jake's the Paul.
Yeah.
What? No, that's not good. Go back, work on that. That's not.
I'm depressed. All right. Oh,
That
yeah,
looks good. The arena looks good.
That's a great documentary, though. That
Which one?
the Morrow and Alley documentary. I
Oh, I
can't
haven't
remember what
seen
it's
it.
called though.
I have
That's
not
great.
seen that. No, I haven't seen that.
I saw
that's
it because it came out years ago, right?
Yeah,
It's been a while.
and it literally all about his mental health and depression and stuff. It's
Yeah.
funny.
That
You
was a lot
understand?
closer
Yeah, it's
than
funny.
I think people thought it was going to be. That was The unofficial scorecard is only a 2-point differential.
It's
That's
super
wild.
close.
Look at Mexican Joe Rogan. Dude, that guy literally looked like a Mexican Joe Rogan. What the fuck? Holy shit.
Oh.
He's like, have you ever done DMT? Look at that guy right there. The guy to his right.
I didn't even think. I know I didn't watch
Damn it.
SmackDown tonight. I don't even know if I watched.
I did
any
not.
wrestling.
I actually watched Raw finally for the first time.
I did watch Raw. Yeah, it's only 2 hours now, and I love it.
I know, but they're both gonna be 3 hours again. So it's like they're both gonna be 3 hours. Raw's gonna be 3 hours again. I like the pacing of the 2 hour
commercials on Netflix with Raw. Yeah, it'll happen.
Morrow was probably about to come back, and then when he heard they're going back to 3 hours, never mind.
No,
thank you.
So we'll let Rob Van Dam hang out with you. All right, I'll do.
Speaking of Rob Van Dam, he's been a little bit here and there in the NXT storylines. Right?
Oh yeah,
That's cool.
Well, yeah, that's what he said. Like well, for one, he has the I think he just signed a Legends contract with them, and he said that he might be sticking around, and he might be whether it's working backstage with NXT or maybe he could still go. Like, why not put someone over and put a couple people over in NXT, do like a run like Rhino had, like just squash the jobbers or whatever.
He's still in phenomenal shape. I mean, he's not the Rob Van Dam of like a decade ago. Like where he's.
I hate seeing him though. Like, I mean, he looks great still, and he looks good.
Yeah, because I remember him for what he was.
Yeah.
Like,
because now it looks like his head's bigger and his hair is like thinning and stuff. So
yeah, it's weird. It's like smaller.
Kurt Angle's,
but his head's getting bigger.
Kurt Angle's in the same boat, big old head and big shoulders and everything else atrophied out. It feels.
But he's still his face still looks like he still looks younger.
Yeah.
Like, even though he looks like I don't want to say it, but like he looks like
Kurt Angle looks brittle. I mean,
he does.
It's just
no fat on him though. Still,
no.
That RVD documentary too, that's on YouTube or whatever,
off.
about his concussions was fucking hard to watch.
Kurt Angle's?
Oh, I never saw that. What was that?
RVD? Yeah, it's on YouTube. Yeah, it's on YouTube, and like there was he got done with the match. I don't know if it was an ECW or it had to have been ECW because there's no way they would air.
Oh yeah, they had that on.
But he was sitting in back and he was like frustrated, and they're like, "Are you okay, Rob?" He's like, "No, man." He's like, "I gotta fucking go out there," and he just wrestled. He just came back, and like you could see his eyes, like, he didn't know where he was. Yeah,
they were interviewing.
And he's like, "No, man, I gotta get out there, dude.
You just wrestled. You lost. Whatever." He's like, "What? I did." Yeah, it was really,
no, man, no, and like it was fucking awful. Like to see someone like that.
Sucks.
Yeah, he was in a bad way.
And he took some pretty brutal chair shots to that. See, and then Vince McMahon, remember that story RVD has that on Stone Cold's podcast where he said he kind of looked at Vince like a father figure because like he said when Vince would be in Gorilla and if it was a hardcore match, Vince would be like, "Rob, put your hands up for chair shots," and Rob's like, "Yeah, whatever, dude." And then like Vince would be like, "No, Rob." He's like, "I'm telling you, I'm serious." He's like, "Don't fucking do that to yourself. Like, put your hands up." So, yeah, I don't know. And then Vince did it on his head. He's like, "I gotta shit on it later."
No, it's not because he thought of RVD as his son. It's because he's like, "Because I don't want to get sued again. This is too much."
I don't know.
He gets sued a lot.
I don't know. I mean, it depends.
But in a lawsuit with
wrestlers,
Action Smash for decades.
I mean, I get that part too. But some wrestlers, like Daniel Bryan and a few, people that would be trustworthy, they've said they have that relationship with him.
Like, he knew goddamn well, like, Mick, be careful out there. Mick's like, "Okay, this is why I'm over, is because I do this.
This is
like,
what I do.
You're not going to push me off my good looks and my body, so I'm going to be Mick Foley and go out there and do my shit." Like, yeah, but be careful.
I mean, I don't know.
Caring Vince. The caring
He
Vince.
might be.
No, but to Cuz's point, they like a lot of them do say like that's his like gift, right? Is like he was always like he was kind of like my dad in many ways.
Yeah.
So it's like he was like manipulated everyone into actually thinking that they were.
Oh,
like, his dad. But he's like,
it can't be wholesome, Craig.
Because Mick Foley, like he would say, like, "Oh, you don't do that again, Mick." But I'm gonna need you at TV in 2 weeks.
But I'm gonna need you to do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to do it anyways.
I need you to do it again, though.
Don't
I need to make it brutal.
I just need to be loud in the hallway that you heard me.
You
say,
can't do the same thing though. It's gotta be worse.
But do it again. Like,
do it again.
If I put you in the main event again, you better fucking fall off something.
Maybe you just had a crush on Rob. I kind of think Rob Van Dam's hot, and he's cool, and he smokes weed and everything.
You're cool.
You want to get some steak wraps?
What did he say? He was in the back, and who came fucking back? Paul Heyman came back to the back, and he goes, "Hey," and he's like, "Yep."
Oh yeah.
And then he's all, "Vince wants to see you." He's like, "Why?" He's like, "Because he wants to know why you call it the 420 leg drop." And he was like, and he had to explain to Vince what 420 meant and why.
Then he said, didn't he make something up though? Because he said it was the rotations,
Yeah,
the amount of
because someone
rotations.
told him like on the way there, don't fucking tell him like what it really is. Call it like a degree or something, or 420 is this. And Vince is like, oh, fair enough.
Yeah,
This
fair enough.
motherfucker's so out
That's
of
hilarious.
touch.
He's always to say
so
because
out
we
of
had
touch even
some marijuana related merchandise, if that's what it was for.
So
I mean,
fair enough. I love you like a son, and he
Yeah.
cried.
he's like, because you don't do drugs, you're so cool. I love you. Like,
He,
You're like a dad to me.
he believed that 100%, and he also said, "Brothers don't fight. Brothers don't fight. Dude, brothers fight all the time. What are you talking about?
I never had a brother.
Wow, that I knew.
Weren't they estranged? Yeah, they didn't have like
They were.
estranged brothers.
he's all, but if we
Yeah.
live together,
That's
we wouldn't fight. I mean,
I would
Brothers
love
don't
him. I
fight.
wouldn't fight him.
Brothers don't live together. Yeah.
Yeah.
So dumb. But only people like that could get that rich and be that outrageous because they just have no idea how the real world works and it actually benefits them. That's the best way to describe it.
They stay
well,
focused on their
I mean,
shit.
he
They
did
don't-
live in the real world until
no
he met,
emotions.
he met his dad. I mean, he actually lived a pretty fucked up life, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I'm
But
saying. His world was not like most people.
But yeah, he was just in a whole nother level.
Not that I'm trying to gain sympathy for him.
No, but you could see how it could form
It's a piece.
the
of
weird,
shit. Yeah.
the weird shit that he's into, and the weird
His readers when he
his
used to
reasoning
say
for
gorilla,
shit.
and he looks up at Rob. Like, Rob,
Hmm.
be careful out there, son. Did Vince call me son? And Rob's just
Oh,
telling
okay.
Dad. Is that my dad?
He's, are you my dad, bro?
Rob.
He's all, I mean, we kind of look alike.
He's all, be careful with the cord. Don't trip over.
Yeah,
it."
he's all, yeah.
He's like, he told me to be careful.
The cord.
I'm gonna go out for cigarettes. I'll be right back.
I haven't watched wrestling this week either. But have you guys heard the rumors, or maybe it is true that they're thinking Seth is gonna join Roman and team for War Games?
Oh, of course. That's
Demon like
the
they're doing?
story. That's the story they're building right now. Yeah,
Right.
because both well, it was.
Did you not hear him on Raw? He said, "Ha ha ha! I'll never team with him again."
Yeah,
that was what he
I'll
said
never
on
team
Raw.
with him, and then Solo. He
Which
told Solo,
means he will. Like
Which means he will.
because he
means
told
he'll be
Solo,
exclusive.
"I'll never. I'm definitely not going to team with the wannabe Roman."
Yeah,
That's how. So they're going to beat him up on Raw or SmackDown tonight. Maybe he got beat up tonight, or well, he's on
You hear-
SmackDown. So on Monday.
you're gonna hear Roman's music, and then he's gonna
So
save
who's the
him, but
fifth
they're not.
on the
They're
other
not gonna
team
hug
then?
yet. They're gonna
Yeah.
face off.
And then it's
'Cause
gonna
I
be like it's gonna be like when
I don't-
Hogan. It's gonna be like when Hogan
What is-
accepted Andre's challenge. Yeah, and that's what Seth's gonna do. Yes, I'll join you.
It echoes.
What is it, Craig? You're asking who's on each side? Is it going to be a 5-on-5?
Yeah,
Yeah,
if Seth's that guy, who's the fifth on the other side? Because that feud doesn't need another person. It's the perfect.
should have went back and forth.
Well,
but
they've
I
already
think, yeah,
signed like 2 more fucking.
Yeah,
you know.
it's gonna be another family member. That's gonna.
It might be
come on out.
like, it might be Lance and Noah.
I was thinking Kevin could just join it for.
It-
shits and
actually,
giggles,
yeah,
but seems
that-
weird.
Wait, well, who's he? Oh, he's feuding with Randy right now. So no,
Randy.
they're probably going to be the
A
ones
lot
that
of
fight.
outside people
Oh.
are saying it's going to be The Rock, but he would already been back on television by now to hype Survivor Series. If it is.
I
Actually,
actually kind
no.
of thought that was going to
Or
happen
he
too.
could come out. He could come out at the end like a
Yeah.
surprise member or whatever. Like that would not shock me at all.
I kind of thought that was going to
that's
happen.
It. That's
Rock's not
originally
going to
too.
stand out there though. That's the thing. Is like he's like, I'm not going to stand out there for the whole match.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit. I'm going to come out when people want to see the fifth member, and I'm going to get a big pop, and that's what I do.
Oh, the fifth
So then that
member-
means but the
Well,
new bloodline's going to win.
And then when Rock leaves every room now, I guarantee you in the back, he's like on the board. Like every time he fucking walks out of the room, like he's like, we should do it like this, and they're like, that's not smart. He's like, I'm on the board, and then he leaves. and they're like,
and
he's on
final
the-
boss, right?
He's on the
Final
board.
boss?
We have to fucking do what he says.
the boss, yeah.
Yep, on the board.
And then
final
immediately he
boss.
goes around to the other and then tells an interviewer that it was all his idea and all that stuff. That's what he does.
So I woke up and I had this dream.
Well,
Final
usually
boss.
it's the better plan is to have you hide under the ring during the entire War Games, and you pop up after 28 minutes, half an hour. It's like, no,
Nope.
So nope,
no.
I'm just
yeah.
gonna walk out of the ring like normal. I'm gonna walk out of the aisle. I'm not gonna do that.
And I'm, yeah.
Okay.
And you're gonna get every bit of my lightning behind me, fucking 3 minutes, and you're all gonna wait, and it's gonna be fucking amazing.
Well, what did The Rock
Final
say? Wait a
boss?
minute. When he came out at the last pay-per-view, he counted to 3. I don't even know what that means. What would 3 have to do with this? I've just been trying to think about that all week. I bet he fucked up and it was supposed to be 5, like 5 members on the Survivor Series team, but he forgot and he's like, I'll just do 3 and then I'll be close.
Hmm.
Because that's not obviously wasn't 3 weeks away from Survivor Series because it was longer ago. And yeah, I don't know what 3 meant.
Yeah, look at my fingers.
They're all Triple H was like, "Why didn't you put 5 up? 5 members to a team." Like, oh, I thought we were doing a 6-man, like 3 on a side. He's like, no, that's not what we talked about.
Yeah, I really don't know.
I'm on the board, and he walks away.
I told you I got into a lawnmower accident.
On the board, final boss.
Lost his thumb and pinky.
He told him never wrong, and he just leaves the room. Like, God damn it!
Yeah, bottle
that's what I'm thinking. Is probably like they'll go into it. They'll get Seth, but there'll be dissension right on that side, and then they won't bring the 5th member out yet, and then final boss music.
Because it would kind of be lackluster if it was like just a random.
What if The Rock gets in there and bleeds more than we've ever seen anyone bleed ever? That'd be fucking hilarious. He's just fucking bleeding everywhere.
What if he starts the match? That'd be fucking funny.
Sorry to wrap the subject.
It's like the greatest merit. He's in there for an hour.
That'd be fucking
just
great.
Fucking still in great shape.
So sorry to wrap the subject back to the fight, but I just saw a sign that said Jake Paul is a LARP, and I don't know why I giggled. Jake Paul is a LARP. Yeah, just a sign out there.
I don't know what a LARP is.
Don't you remember the live action? You know, they would go with their swords.
There it is, right there. The sign. Jake is a LARP. Jake Paul is a LARP.
Yeah. So you're a little behind.
That's literally like the only sign out there too. Like,
yeah, it's like the only sign. Like,
fucking scored.
I was saying, it looks pretty. It looks pretty full, Jess, and your precious Cowboy Stadium there.
Fuck the Cowboys, garbage.
Yeah, they're so good, bro. They're almost as good as my Raiders. Almost.
Super Rush.
Yeah, that looks packed. Look at that. That's
Super Rushed.
Super Rush for life.
He's the best.
Who do we like here? Serrano or Taylor?
Serrano is supposed to be heavily favored. Everybody says that Serrano won the last fight, but the judges gave it to Taylor. Is what I understand. If you watched the Netflix special,
bullshit,
you would have seen this and you would have known.
I just don't know who I want.
But that's what. But even Jake Paul believes that he at least he said he believes that Serrano won the first fight between them. So he's really curious to see how she's going to respond in this fight.
Okay,
that was basically the response.
Well, that's why she said she thinks he's going to beat Tyson. So.
Yeah, and Dave, that's right. So you watched the 3 episodes of the documentary that were on the lead up. Yeah, that's kind of cool.
It was well done. I
didn't realize they did it.
Ice-T narrated it, which is always amazing when that happens. The guy's a great storyteller, you know. Sounds like he's
life's about titties and fucking police
and Mike Tyson.
Yeah,
coming.
That was a terrible Ice-T impression.
Mike Tyson is as real as it gets.
I can't do it.
Yeah, training in the gym.
Yeah. Tyson is taking this extremely
Here we go back to this.
Oh,
fucking
Jerry.
train wreck of a fucking announce team.
Dude, could you put any more padding in the shoulders? Could you do this? Sorry, Jerry Jones is on TV right now.
I think I'm 2 minutes behind you guys. I actually froze.
I'm making so much money tonight.
We're gonna rip this stadium down after the fight because my guys can't see.
There we go.
My guys can't.
Fucking snowflakes can't look at the sun.
I just personally think it's wrong for women to be fighting.
All right, he probably would say that.
Because you know all the follow-up jokes that right now we can't say on an episode right now, but we could riff forever.
Well, they had to tell Jerry.
Yes, cuz
we're allowed to say it.
But I guarantee you, they had to go to Jerry and say, "Hey, don't say anything disparaging about the next fight. Don't do that.
Women are fighting with each other.
He's all they should be fighting that loaf of bread.
Things I can't see.
They should be smacking turkey meat on that bread in the kitchen.
I see Michael Irvin. I see Jerry Jones, but was that who else is it? It almost looks like Cedric, but it's not Cedric.
It looks like it is Cedric.
Is it Cedric? Okay.
Showing your face, the gall to show your face, boy.
Gosh golly, look at all around all these celebrities in my building. Yeah, what a great event.
I look like the guy that Beetlejuice swole his head and shrunk it, don't I?
Yeah,
don't I look
like
yeah, he does.
In the Beetlejuice waiting room.
What is his name?
But
Bill?
It's like normal sized head.
Like no, Bob. It's Bob. It's Bob in the new Beetlejuice. The guy with the swan.
Oh, look! It looks like I'm next. Whoa! What are you doing? What are you doing?
He took his number, didn't
he? He took his number of the head. Took the head shrinker's number. Whoa! What are you doing? Whoa! Wow! Wow! This might be a good look for me.
Michael Irving, what are we doing?
Come on!
Jerry's still speaking. What about Jerry?
Well, between fights, they got to
surround himself, Michael Irvin.
Drag it.
I need all former Dallas Cowboys at the Tyson fight. Where's Troy Aikman?
Do you know anything about boxing? Nope.
Where's
Come
Evan
on.
Smith?
Come on. I know I sound terrible. I know I sound terrible. It's all cliche, but Michael looks like he could still play to me. I swear, he probably could run still an amazing
Good
route.
shape.
Yeah, he does.
He's in great shape. Like,
Speaking
on
of,
the field,
He's like the Booker T of
Jerry asked him. Jerry's like, "Can you just come on for one more hurrah?"
looks like the Crypt Keeper.
He's like, "Dude, I retired 20 years ago."
Or like the
stop
R-Truth
asking me.
of fucking.
Jerry Jones looks like the Crypt Keeper right now.
He really does.
That's what I'm saying. He's legitimately got shoulder pads up against his neck all the way down to his shoulders, like because he's just a skeleton talking right now. Just get off the television.
I love Netflix.
Netflix is the best.
If I
I'm
touch
making a
you,
lot
you
of
will
money.
die. I will turn you to stone.
If you look in my eyes, you will turn to salt.
Do not play with me.
Do not play.
Netflix is the best. It's like an outer space kind of. They're all streaming. Streaming platform that I've ever seen. I've never seen one better.
25 years ago, Urban.
So how
Urban
fitting
turned it
that
on 25 years
the
ago.
Dallas arena and Netflix. Jerry.
When is
It's like
Survivor?
radio, but with pictures.
Survivor Series
obviously,
is like
and
in
I'm
2 weeks,
so
right?
proud. Yeah.
2 weeks.
So glad that we could bring you this talkie show. It's like
I was gonna say, who would have thought talkies would get so popular? Yeah.
just one day. I hope that if mine and Netflix's relationship, we could provide color for you guys. I hope one day it's like it's been in color for a long time. All right.
What?
Anyway,
What?
well, I gotta go. Irving and Troy and Emmett have to get ready for a game on Sunday.
No, they don't.
You're
No,
stuck
they
with
don't.
Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb, who can't wear sunglasses. God damn it!
Shit. You can't wear sunglasses.
Who doesn't know how to wear a fucking sunglass visor and when he knows the
He's a
sun?
national treasure.
You want me to
JJ's
put
a
up what?
national.
You want curtains? Why don't we just tear down the whole stadium while we're at it?
Didn't they show like they had a convention there or something the week before, and don't they actually have curtains that they could have done?
I'm sure that
fucking
they
doing
do.
that.
I'm sure that they do. What's funny too
I'm
about
sure
that
that's
is,
on
is
players' minds, by the way. Like in their preparation, they're like, "Did you look in the astrological chart and see what time the sun's going to be directly shining into the end zone?" And oh no, I forgot. Like no one thinks that. Like every year though, there's a game where the sun just right into that fucking
Makes no
stadium. Yeah,
the Kelsey brothers have a podcast. They talked about it, and they actually had someone show the picture of the viewpoint of that end zone at that time. Yeah, and the glare is
it's just
awful.
right
Like,
in
you
your
can't-
fucking face. Yeah, you
You
can't,
can't
see
see
shit.
anything. I'm like, I'm not yelling at CeeDee Lamb at all. He's like the one person I'm not even mad at. I don't even think he said anything. He just went like, he just did this. I'm like, I didn't see it.
I didn't see it. Yeah,
Don't
You know
know what
what's
to tell you.
funny? Is what the worst stadium to watch football way back in the day was Dallas Cowboy games in Dallas Stadium, the old Dallas Stadium, because it was
Yeah.
so like blown out and sun streaked in the middle of the field. That's so funny that still has that problem now. But it was like because it was I think it had a roof, but it was still kind of open air and the sun would just blast down.
I just love that angry
I think
old
so.
piece of shit.
Yeah.
Well, just tear a whole
tear-
stadium down then.
tear
Yeah,
the whole
totally, because
stadium
that's what
down.
we're asking. Or you could get a fucking drape. Or you could tear the whole stadium down. Whatever you want to do. You have two choices. You can get a fucking curtain, or yeah, you could demo the entire stadium. You old fuck. Like, goddamn. Draft a better team. Fucking retire. Get somebody else to run your fucking office, so I don't have to.
Tampa
suffer.
Bay's looking for someone to play in their stadium. The whole fucking roof's off that thing. Like, go.
Yeah.
why don't
Oh,
you
they have to
run
play
over
at the
there?
Yankees minor league team.
Yeah, that's what they're doing
Or
to start.
someone's.
I thought they were going to play in Oakland, but I think that changed now. But their initial word ahead, they were going to go play in Oakland Stadium. Now that Oakland is moving to Las Vegas,
Oh Jesus!
I was like, oh my,
Oh,
yeah.
Jesus. Commercial.
all right. Should we wrap it up, fellas? We call it a see at the matches.
Yes, we'll.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we'll see you at the matches. We'll see you at the fights. Woo! Which are the matches?
You guys roll on 3.
All right.
Yeah.